New scenario. It's day 274, zombie apocalypse. Running low on supplies, ammo's gone, knives broken. So pretty much your best knife weapon looks like this, or that nice makeshift saw I told you about. Still a nice knife, still ain't gonna cut it that well. So you have a handle, a knife, saw, and the tiniest bit of rope in the world. What do? This is something I like to call redneckness, or redneckology, or whatever you want to call it. What a lot of people don't realize, they just try to tie. You don't need paracord, stuff like that. All these high-tech ropes that are just one solid unit. So when you pull them really tightly, they look like that, just a solid piece of rope. But this is rope this is actually quite a lot trimmed down. They came in a rope that was actually about the width of my fist right there. And it was just a long coil of rope. And each one of these has its own little fibers to it. And you can just start pulling these apart. You could attach that knife back to that handle. Rig that saw to the handle, get a double wielded kind of nice swing thing. You could take that rope and get yourself a nice stick and fasten something to that. That's obviously, I think you've seen that in like Dead Rising. Now here's something I would like to think about. Oh crap, I just stepped in an anthill, I'm sorry. Sorry, ants. Golf club. Useful weapon on its own, but I've realized if you miss your shots, yeah, it still can whack them pretty hard. Like, say this pole's his head, and I do this, and it hits the pole. That pole's going to do some damage to that head. It's going to hurt like a hell. Human, zombie, it might even crack the skull on a zombie. But after 2 or 3 times of that, because I've done this in the past, that metal pole will bend, warp, and break. So, what's a good way to fix this problem? Compensate, yeah, swing a little bit closer to you. But if you really want to be able to reach for distance, you take, again, the knife, or the saw in this case. You can just rig it up and attach it to the end of this golf club, but flip it around this way. And when you swing by, even if you miss while compensating, you're still mostly trying to hit with that blade, and you'll rip skin, rip flesh, cut the neck of the zombie, cut the skull. Yeah, that's not a killer unless you're human, but with this on the end of it, a lot of zombies are slow, easy to get away from unless you piss them off, or God forbid there actually are runners, like some games like the show, or movies or TV shows. But you take one of these, and this is another way of I call psychological warfare. Yeah, everybody knows what that is. You freak them out. When you're sitting there and you're missing and you're breaking your weapons, I don't know about you, but for some reason, even in a zombie apocalypse, I'd feel safer if I had a knife strapped to the end of that, even though I know, oh, it won't kill it. Just that little safe bit. And when you're compensating to try and hit for that, a lot of times, I've seen this, people will actually hit with that. And then you get your kill shot. Okay, demonstration time. There won't be one on here, but say that blade was right at the end of the thing, and it made it a little bit longer. Normally when I give it a swing, see? But automatically that missed. So if I compensate a little bit like I'm trying to hit the blade, that just whacked my target dead on. I'm just imagining, okay, there's a blade on the end of this. I got about 2 extra inches, so let's pull back about 2 inches. That hit. 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 Okay, now I'm going to pretend this is all I got. Golf club. Nice weapon on its own. Now swing. That just barely made it. Another inch forward, and I would have just made my golf club bend. Swing. Oh, that just hit the pole. And I am actually trying to hit these people. It's psychological warfare. I excuse from a little bit of my accuracy because I am doing this one-handed. Also swinging with 2 hands. As you can see right now, I got one hand on here because I'm holding the other with the camera with the other. 2 hands, a lot more power, help with the aiming just a little bit. And also that nice little knot in the tree. If you got enough time in the world, just whack, whack, makeshift axe. I do not recommend that though. It takes a lot of time and a lot of noise. Now, redneckology. What do you see here? Lattice, broken lattice, useless piece of junk? Or way to hide traps from people? Okay. Not quite seeing what I'm telling you yet, but observe this. So I were to take this. You've all seen those movies where they hide holes under leaves and such. This hole's not very big, but for example, this thing lays right across it. And when I step on it, it bends in. That would pull. If that was a huge hole, whew, I'm gone. Now this will hold things, and you say it's fall or green grass, cut it, pull it, and just throw it all over. Like obviously right here wouldn't work well unless I threw dirt because it's all dirt here. A nice green grass, cover this, cut it to your length so you only want this big of a square that I'm standing on. Cut that, cover that with nice green grass. Okay, picture this, green grass. You don't see anything because it's all covering it. Oh! Spike pit. Red some spikes in the bottom of a hole. Even if it's just something to hold their foot. Say I put like 3 spikes at the bottom of this hole. Though they were tiny, they were thick but tiny, and even this high. Okay, walking. They just got stuck through the foot with one pole, the back of their legs cut with the other, and their toes stuck with the other. Their foot is stuck, and say they're trying to pull, their foot would be stuck. And even if they got free, they'd be too wounded to fight, and that infection could kill them very fast. Okay. Day 328. I just heard some random noise. That actually creeped me out a little bit. Okay. Another thing is, I think we've seen this in a lot of movies. You just take a nice little stick. It's actually like a shovel handle that broke early on us. Shape it, shred the tip off, and then even though this one isn't fully done yet, nice little spot and grip and just get nice holes in the ground. But that can still work if you know how to chuck it. Obviously I can't, I'm right-handed, so it doesn't work very well with my left, but makeshift spear, not very deadly, but it can still hold a zombie. Say the zombie's on that tree. Ah! Just sharp enough to stick into the zombie. Held it on the tree for like 5 seconds for us to, I don't know about you, but about 5 seconds I could probably get from here to roughly around those garbage can area if I'm walking. Sprinting, I'd probably be around the corner and pretty dang gone in 5 seconds. Let's just sit here for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know about you, but I'd probably be gone a good distance. Probably be on the road that's in the end of my driveway. So, and if you haven't got anything to work on, look at this. I'm working on a doghouse right now. Flat surface. Multiple tools. The only limit is what you can think of. Think of it like the video game Dead Rising, if you've ever heard of that game. Look at that. Spike, sharpen it. They use yourself as a weapon. Pocket knives, tools to sharpen. Or that kindling I showed before. And now, that is old lattice. That has got staples in it that are broken and out. Even on the dirt. If I threw dirt over that, that'd be a hell of a lot harder to see. Oh, put some staples in that. They heard a crack, but their foot just got nails or whatever else is on that through there. These things are in white, like that, brown, even black. You can get black lattice. That is a camouflager's trapper best friend right there. It is a common household thing, because if I were to take you over, I'm not going to do it right now and show you our side porch. We have just wall of lattice on the wall. Break that off, put some nails in it, chuck it on the ground. You might even forget where it is yourself. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not going to look around and say, oh, hey, piece of lattice. Let me just sidestep that, even if it's not fully covered. That I might sidestep if it was like that. Don't worry about our random hot tub. If I ever think of any weapons, nice little target dummy. But as you can see, again, all you have to do is think. The mind is your best weapon in an apocalypse scenario. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for joining me. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I know camera sucks a little bit, just my phone. But I hope y'all enjoy. And remember, stay safe.